Hello, and welcome to another edition of Potluck, your everything and anything talk and entertainment TV show. My name is Laura Hartman, and I'm your host. Today we have three very talented guests joining us who are involved with a film called Koming from Afrika. With me, I have talented actor Donald M. Welcome to the show, Donald.
Thank you.
Gita McCarthy, who is exceptionally talented, and the filmmaker and producer, and also an actor, Blaise Sitchet. How do you pronounce your last?
Sitchet.
Sitchet. Okay, make sure you remember that. So welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your background. So Donald, let's start with you. How did you get involved with the film industry, and when did you start acting?
Okay, well, I've been an artist my entire life.
Okay.
Graphic design, painting, drawing, that sort of thing, photography.
Okay.
And I acted in a few films about 12 years ago, and then 2 years ago, I've kind of made a transition from the graphic design and painting to pretty much a full-time actor. So
Oh, wow.
I'm getting into film now, pretty much full-time.
Oh, wow. And how, do you have any like formal training or as far as like the acting, and like what triggered you to like, I mean, that's a big jump to go from a graphic artist to like a full-time actor, especially like in the DC area here.
Right, right. Well, there's been a lot more opportunities recently for actors and filmmakers in this area, so that's been great. There's a great pool of talent in this area.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually game changed when it came to this area. I was pretty much a regular background actor in that, and then I just started submitting for other jobs. And so as far as my training, the training has been the experience of being on set, but also I go to a studio called Studio Bo. It's in Baltimore, Maryland, and they have an actors club on Tuesday nights, and I'm a regular there.
Okay.
And Ken Arnold runs that.
Oh,
so
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a lot of great coaches there. Robert Neal Marshall, Dan Franco,
Okay.
Kevin Jiggets teaches there.
Okay. So some people
Sean
that
Pratt.
are actually on, you know, they've been on like primetime TV and have done some stuff. Wow.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you get from acting? What makes you tick?
Well, it kind of fuels my creative spirit.
Okay.
You know, it's creativity and art has always been part of me, and so that's what I get out of it. And actually, I just have to say that when I was younger, even though I loved to paint and draw and that sort of thing, I was
Sure.
always fascinated by film and TV too. But
Okay.
what happened was I decided I could not be an actor, and so I actually would get books out of the library to study how to be a stuntman. So I wanted to be a stuntman.
Oh, wow.
So actually, it's been something I've always wanted to do. So
Okay.
when there were some opportunities with some films and TV projects in this area, I decided just to give it a try. I did not want to regret it.
Right,
and
right.
it's been awesome. Just
That's great.
great experience.
Great. Now, Gita, when did you start acting?
Well, I started acting about 12 years ago,
Okay.
and I've been doing it part-time because I have a full-time government position.
Sure.
And I just love it. My mom, she worked at a radio station in Indiana many, many years ago, and she interviewed celebrities.
Uh-huh.
So I was quite young then, and I got exposed to that, and that started my love of wanting to do it myself.
Right.
So
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of independent films, and I've been to New York. I've done extra work. Was an extra on The Good Wife, and I've done different things. And I really, really enjoy the entertainment industry. I love it. It's in my blood.
Right.
And I really like to put creativity into every role I play.
Okay. Great. So what are some of the films that you've been in? And
well,
are they just like short films or full length?
I've been in short films, full length. I was in a movie called Aduri,
Okay.
which was an independent film, and it was I believe it was a short film. And then I also was in Blaise's first movie, and I've been in a few others. And I played lead roles, supporting actress roles, minor roles. So I've really had you know, I've had a lot of good experience in different roles. You know, I've played a mother, I've played a doctor,
right.
I've played, you know, a wife. You know, just different opportunities for, you know, different good roles that offer me the opportunity to express myself, and I just love it. I enjoy it. It's fun. I enjoy acting with other people who are very talented, and you know, I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to be in Blaise's film. You know, most recently, it's just been a great opportunity.
Great. Now, Blaise,
yes,
you with a wonderful music background decided to switch over and start doing film. Can you tell us how you got into film and why you got into film?
Yeah, first of all, I started with drawing, kind of similar background.
Oh, okay.
Drawing, not graphic design. I don't know how to do that. Okay, and then painting, and then doing music, and then filmmaking. So it's a progression, and when you put all together, you know, filming is just a fusion of everything, of drawing, of the visual and the audio.
Right.
You know, that's why it's audio visual. So it's just a progression, and it's something that, you know, I just had the opportunity to do it. You know, I was trying to go to different festivals to promote the music, so that maybe a filmmaker will use the soundtrack.
Sure.
I ended up, you know, being friends with filmmakers, and then I had to jump to, you know, I did seize the opportunity just to.
Right. So what was in? I mean, like, did you just have when you did your first movie? Did you just have like a story in mind, and you wrote it and said, "I'm going to find a director and, like, you know, video people and actors"? How did you? What was your steps? Like, what pushed you to just do it?
First of all, when I look at my past, I have a lot of things to tell. I have like 1,000 stories to tell about myself. So I was hungry of delivering all these stories. I just did have the opportunity at that time.
Okay.
That's why you're gonna realize that I'm gonna produce movies back to back.
Okay.
Yes, because I have tons of stories to tell.
Okay. So your first movie was called, what was the first movie?
I Am an American.
I Am American. And what was that about?
It was about an African immigrant who was already established in America, and then brought his wife over in America, and then it was showing how he was trying to pursue his dream. At the same time, you know, as of musician, he did own a shop. He was not satisfied with that only. He wanted to be a superstar musician.
Okay.
And it was showing also the conflict, you know, for some, the difference between an African established already in America with and an African who just came to America.
Okay.
So that's
Got it. Okay. And then the second one is also has to do with Africa, but it's Coming from Africa, spelled with a K.
Yes.
Why did you spell Coming with a K and Africa with a K?
Initially, that was with C, Coming with the K, because somebody already made a movie with the C.
Oh, okay. So you did
and
that.
I just needed to change it.
I thought maybe it was like an accent thing, like Coming, you know, like with the K's. But,
yeah, that was a good coincidence. And Coming from Africa is about an immigrant who has been in the United States for 6 years, and is trying to extend his work visa.
Right.
And he's trying everything because it's about to expire, everything possible.
And this is a comedy and drama?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain a little more, you know, about the synopsis, what it's about, a little more?
Go ahead. I'm done.
Wait.
It's the story of Kemajou. It's Blaise's character, and he comes to America, and he has an expiring visa issue.
Okay.
So it's about everything that he tries to do with a good heart, but sometimes just not a good thing. And
Right.
it's just about his struggle to make sure that his family can stay here in America. He works for a large architectural firm. He's an engineer. So basically, it's just everything he's trying to do to just keep his family here in America. He does not want to leave. So.
And there's comedy to it. Tell us about like the comedy. How does that become a comedy?
Because somebody gonna beat me up so bad that I'm gonna run away. I'm just yeah. You know, the short guy beating up a big guy. You know, things like that. The comedy is. I don't know how I can express how the comedy is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a particular scene without giving anything away. But one of the things is that there's a use of Kemajou's narration, and sometimes the narration kind of sets up something that happens that actually is kind of serious in the film.
But it ends up
but
funny.
What he has to say, it becomes funny.
Okay.
Some of it's just people's reactions, which is a great way to tell a story. Somebody who's maybe not necessarily having the dialogue, just kind of their looks about
Right.
things. So
sort of like the in the trailer, which I've seen, where at the end, Kemajou is watching his lawyer pour some alcohol in a glass.
yes, and Jim Morris playing the attorney is actually quite hilarious. By some of it with his dialogue, but also he's kind of a drinker in the movie. I mean, he's, he doesn't get drunk in it, but it just kind of just adds to the drama of like, has Kemajou actually selected the right attorney? It turns out that he's quite competent and he's a good attorney, which he had heard. He just didn't know about the fact that he'd like to have a drink.
Right. So. Okay. Now, what part do you play in the film?
My character name is Jack Carmichael, and I own Carmichael and Associates, and it's a large architectural firm. It's an urban firm that does civic projects as well as large homes and that sort of thing. And the firm has recently merged with another company, so it's even larger. And we do a lot of large churches, cathedrals, and that sort of thing. So my character, I'm Kemajou's boss. So,
Okay.
Yes.
So were there any challenging aspects to the film? I mean, actually, you not only did acting, but you also helped with, kind of organizing some of the things that the actors did, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have a little, did you do anything else, or was that, that was enough?
Well, I acted in it. Blaise and I really developed a great relationship. We talked sometimes daily, sometimes often during the day, and even into the night sometimes.
Sure.
So kind of my trust in him and his trust in me, my role kind of grew as far as being on the production end of it, where I was the production manager.
Okay.
I helped direct some of the scenes or helped set up scenes, coach the actors before a scene would take place, just so we could get through as many scenes in a day that we could.
Sure.
So I think some of the challenges were just trying to make sure all the actors were on board for a particular shoot. Obviously there's some conflicts, and if there's a particular actor who could not show up, then we had to think on our feet on set to figure out how we're going to tell this without that person. And it worked beautifully because we worked as a team. I mean, Robert, Blaise, everybody else pitched in with ideas. So some of the challenging aspects of it were trying to find locations. Because we really wanted to have a Hollywood look. We wanted to make sure that these were nice locations, that the architectural firm was an actual architectural firm. You can tell. The audience kind of knows.
Now, you shot in which locations? What are all the locations that you shot in? Because I know you were in West Virginia, in D.C., in Maryland, and you were all over the place.
Baltimore, Maryland, Hunt Valley, Maryland, like you said, Martinsburg, West Virginia, Silver Spring, Washington, D.C. We were fortunate enough to find an architectural firm in Washington, D.C., McCreary Architects. They were very helpful for some of our shooting. Then there were some actual restaurant scenes in Baltimore, so we used restaurants like the Red House Tavern and the Yellow Dog Tavern. So, Taylor Technologies was also used for a lot of our office shots, and they're in the Sparks, Hunt Valley area in Maryland.
Okay, great. Now, Gita, what is your character in the movie?
Well, I play a woman who's very cold and monetary.
Okay.
And my name is Sangita, and I'm married to Randy, who's one of the architects who works at the firm. And I love to travel and love diamonds and jewelry and whatever my husband can provide for me.
Okay. Now, was there anything? Was this a type of part that you wanted to play all along, or is this? Did you find it challenging, or?
It's interesting because Blaise wanted me to do this role, and he said, "You're perfect for this role," and it's pretty much opposite my character. So
right.
It was a bit of a challenge for me, and and I was able to pull it off. I really, like challenges in my roles, and I liked this role especially. It was a lot of fun, actually, and I was happy to see the end product and the fact that people would laugh when they see me.
Right.
It was very funny.
I enjoyed the most.
Oh, good.
I could go ahead and laugh at myself.
Right. So I understand the director of this film is Robert Christie, who is actually probably the first original indie director in the area. Is that correct? Can you talk a little bit about Robert?
He's very talented. He's very knowledgeable. He's very patient. He's very, he gets along with everybody.
Okay.
And
is there anything different that he does that a lot of other directors don't do? What's his?
Robert has a very good, extensive background. He's, originally he worked in California.
Right.
And he has been directing for a long time. And one of the things that stands out about him is he really helps all of the actors to come out of themselves, to really get involved in their role.
Right.
And forget about their lines and just go about providing an excellent performance. And he brought that out in every one of us, and he was able to work with all of us. And he had the patience and the fortitude to help us be more creative than we really are. And
right.
That's what stands out about Bob. He's a fantastic director.
Yeah. And do you have any words about him as well? We can light him up.
Well, he's an awesome director, but one of the things that was very helpful, which Gita touched on, was the fact that not only did he have the directing role, but he had the kind of the coaching role, and he was able to. He's very patient with each actor, and he's kind of unflappable. So basically, if there's some difficulty getting through a scene, he's able to talk to the actor on that level, and puts them at ease. And he does things pretty quickly as far as getting through the scene. So he tries to do it in a few takes.
Right.
So he has to really be good at saying the right words to that person, and the way he says it, you visualize it. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to do that.
Right. Oh, that's great. So he probably took the time, even though it wasn't a long time. He took the quality of time to do a nice film, which I can't wait to see it, actually.
Absolutely.
So fantastic. So who else was involved? I mean, I know you guys had some really solid people that have had years of experience with film.
Laura Hartman. Yeah. A talented Laura Hartman.
Yeah. Well, name some of the other. I have a very
Ralph
small
Moriello,
part.
who lives in Hagerstown.
Okay.
It's really good.
He's one of the main characters. It's quite shocking what happens to him, but he is really talented, and he's a naturally funny guy. And so he really helped with the comedy aspect of it. And he's just very expressive with his face when he's doing a scene, and not overdoing it. It's just a natural thing to do that it's believable. It's just quite humorous sometimes to see him do that, and also quite sad when he's sad.
Right.
Let's see, there was John Patrick Leary.
Okay.
He was in it. Peter Muggleworth, was Carmelita Payton,
Sydney.
Wendy Mangura.
Oh yes, Wendy
Sydney.
Mangura.
Sydney Wren actually is an actress who helped us out in a pinch. It was one of the days that we were filming a scene in the Hunt Valley area, and due to the weather, I believe, something happened that the actress could not make it to the set. I also found out that I have kind of a pool of actors I can draw on, and that's when I discovered it. I was like, I think I know a couple people I can call. The first person I called was Signe Wren, and I didn't even realize it, but she was only about 30 minutes from set. So she was actually on set with wardrobe and everything.
Wow.
Probably within an hour.
Wow.
Because it was an early Saturday morning, so she had to get ready too.
Right,
So,
and you guys like start really early sometimes.
yeah.
Wow.
So,
And we have Wendy Bangura, who did a very good job. You know.
She played your wife.
Yes,
Yeah.
she did a very, very good job. So,
And the lawyer?
the lawyer, Jim Morris.
Yes.
Morris.
we've mentioned Jim.
Yeah.
Yes,
Jim's
he's very
been
good.
doing stuff for a very long time. Like probably as long as Robert, right?
Lee Sullivan. Who else again?
W. Keith Scott.
Sherry Folks. Yes.
Yeah.
W. Keith Scott. Yes.
And your film guy. Tell us about the guy that was behind the camera,
Oh.
getting to see all of what was happening.
He's a genius. That guy is amazing. That's why you see
What's his name?
the good Elvis Efamba.
Okay.
He's very meticulous. He's very detail-oriented. He's very knowledgeable about cameras, about images, setting, and everything. And heavily equipped, just like in Hollywood.
Right.
Yes.
He's got like high quality. And
Yes.
did he do the editing or did Robert do the editing?
No, Vic did the editing.
Oh, Vic. Okay.
And he did an awesome job. You can tell he did a very good job. Vic Krishna.
Okay.
Yeah. Who was also one of the actors.
Yeah, he was also one of the actors.
Plays
And,
Sanjay.
and his short film was even selected the Festival of Cannes Festival. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay. Now, speaking of festivals, you're going to be entering your film into a number of festivals, but you've already entered it into the World Music and Independent Film Festival. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that'll
And
be playing in a couple of weeks, or on the 18th. Is that
Yes.
correct? Can you tell us about that?
About the festival, yeah, we did submit, and then we did have how many nominations? I was nominated, Best Actor. You were nominated.
Blaise, Wendy, for Best Actor and Actress. Then we have Ralph Moriello and Lee Sturdivant, myself, and Gita Payton.
Great.
How many was that? I didn't keep track, but that's a lot of nominations.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a lot of nominations. Wow, okay.
Yes.
And that'll be playing at the National Navy Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
on Sunday the 18th,
6:30.
6:30 p.m. Great. And people can get tickets online or at the door, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Great. So, what did you get out of being in this film? What did you, if you could say like in 10 years and you talk to like your children or whoever, what did you get out of being part of this film and working with the people that you worked with?
Take that part.
Okay, more experience because now I know how to deal with a director better. I know better how to deal with the director, with actors,
Okay.
with it's just a challenge, and it's just a challenge, you learn by experience. What did I get out of it was just more experience.
Okay.
More experience.
And working with some really great people
Oh.
that
Exactly.
would have
Yes.
a lot of experience under the belt, and it's probably, I haven't seen the movie yet, but it's probably very high quality, well made,
Yeah.
and probably very deserving of the nominations that you got for WMAFF.
Yeah.
So that's
And,
awesome.
and what was really great about this movie is, Blaise had mentioned, he brings his real life into a story that he
Right.
creates.
Right.
And his real life experiences, because he actually, it's about a man who comes from Africa, and he actually came here, how many years? About 18?
No, I've
or
been
so
here for
years.
15 years.
15
15
years
years.
he's been here. So, and it's about, he recreates his own real life stories.
Sure.
And it's just very interesting. And what we gained from this was just the fact that it combined different people's stories within the movie itself, and you know, the fact that it was a comedy and then it was also real drama.
Right,
and
right.
It was just such a great movie. I really enjoyed being a part of it, and just being around the actors, you know, local actors that you know have become my friends.
Sure,
and that's
sure.
the real value of it.
Okay, great. Well, unfortunately, we've run out of time. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. You can, if you miss watching us on TV, you can catch us on the web at www.potluck-online.org.
Yes, my name is Kemajou Jonathan. I wanted to talk to you about the letter that you received, that I received last week, you know, about my working permit. Do you know that in 6 months, we're going to pack our belongings and go back to Africa?
Did you ask your company to sponsor you?
But he's reliable, he's dependable, he's a talented
Jack,
member.
no, okay? He does not deserve his green card.
Well, there are other options too, you know. I want you to understand that. You might marry an American woman to get the green card.
Letitia, are you serious? My husband has changed to a complete stranger in our own house. His quest for American dream has turned into a complete stranger. Oh my God!
I just told you about the secret. I told you not to tell nobody.
Daddy, what are you doing? Daddy, stop it!
Get out of my way. But okay, I'm gonna count 10 seconds, okay? 1.
You could cause yourself to lose every opportunity there is to get your visa. And I know you and your family want to stay in this country. But if you keep taking actions like that, you're going to mess everything up.
People around the office are saying that, you know, you have some deportation issues. I mean, what's going on?
Why are you so concerned?
I'm fed up. I can't take it no more.
This all immigration stuff is just stressing me out.
I will do whatever it takes for us to stay here, okay? We will stay here. I'll do anything we can.
Kemajou.